Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce later, ladle, and label. So the request was for help with the difference between later and ladle, and I thought we might as well talk about label while we're at it because it's very similar to ladle. So all of these words have the first syllable that is stressed, and it's the same. They all have the A diphthong, lay is long, and then der, dull, or bull are all short, reduced syllables. Thinking about and visualizing it with the long AY, lay, that's going to help you get that A diphthong correct. In the word later, I've rewritten that here for you with the letter D, just because we use what's called a flap T in the word later. And it's the same kind of sound that we use in the middle of words for Ds. So for example, we have the word ladder and the word ladder. Both these T's and these D's say a flap sound. So often if you think of it as a D, you're going to say it correctly. It's not the same as a D. It's the tongue lifting up with the voice on and not building up a lot of pressure. So I don't want later with a strong D, but rather lightly tap up, later, later. This flap sound, which we call flap T in English, is used for the letter R in some other languages. So for example, in Spanish, the word pero, that R is flap as well, if that helps you. So the difference we're having here in later, is that between later and ladle, is that later ends with the So my tongue is back, it's pulled back and tight. It has that strong sound. If you have difficulties with the American R, you might want to work on that sound separately, really build up your R, and then you'll be able to make a better difference between later and ladle. In ladle, we have the dark L sound. So basically we're going right from our D, or our flap, ladle, dull, into that L sound. The back of the tongue drops, ladle, dull. You're just trying to move quickly from the D to the L, and the letter E is silent. If there's any sound between D and L, it's a small, light, little unstressed schwa. Dull, but you really don't want to say lay dull. You don't really want a long or clear vowel there at all. Moving quickly into that syllabic L. You can get more help for R, L, syllabic L, and all of the sounds of English in our Sounds of English course, where I walk you through in more detail how to perfect these sounds. But hopefully listening to later and ladle, you'll be able to hear and feel the difference in the tongue shape. L, my tongue is lifting in the front, ladle. R, my tongue is lifting in the back, later. You can get some visuals for that as well in our Sounds of English course. We have some help to help you see what your tongue is doing with the L sound and the R sound. Another thing that you might want to try if that's giving you difficulty is thinking about linking these words. So if I was saying, for example, later is better, later is, I can kind of think of that as later is, later is, and use that R, link it to the next word is. Later is better for me. That can help you get that R sound versus a ladle is needed. A ladle is, again, I'm going to move right from my L into my word is. Ladle is. So for a lot of people, if you have difficulty with R or L at the end of the word, linking it to another word may help you. Same thing then here for label. We're just looking at the B instead of the D. So when I'm saying ladle, my tongue is lifting for the D to the L. Label, bull, I'm just closing my lips for the B, but still using that dark L, syllabic L. And again, I can try the label is missing, label is. That's going to really help me get that L sound at the end of the word and connecting those two words. Once you can say these words by themselves, it is important to practice them in some short phrases, simply because we can master a word by itself, and then when we go to use it, we may still struggle with some of the sounds in the word or the rhythm of the word. You want to build up your skills so that you can use it fluently in everyday speech. You can get more help for fluent everyday speech and the American accent in our American Accent 6-week course. All of our online courses are either free or available for under $2, so I encourage you to check those out. They're a really great resource for you. They're all available on speechmodification.com. Thanks so much for this suggestion. If you have a request or suggestion for the Word of the Day playlist, feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos, and I'll add it to my list to cover in a future class. I'll be back again tomorrow with another Word of the Day, and Saturday we'll have our live question and answer class. I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. All of those things really do help the channel to grow, and I truly appreciate your support. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you again soon.